Hi, welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name's Ashina and you're watching The Empowerment Architect. I also want you to remember that you, yes you, are the empowerment architect as well, okay? I had to get on here and talk to you guys about fear and self-sabotage. I have just come back from a run. This is the first run that I've done of the year. I haven't run for a good few months now. And I noticed within myself the fear and self-sabotaging thoughts were starting to spiral. So what I did was I got dressed, put on my workout gear, put on my nice running trainers, and I stood there and I just stopped. And first of all, I identified what exactly I'm feeling. I put a name to it. So I said, okay, I'm getting these thoughts. They're starting to spiral. I am feeling fearful. And I know that these thoughts are me self-sabotaging myself. These thoughts are me trying to stop myself from doing this run. And you may think, but why? Because running is good for you. It's great for the cardiovascular system. It's just great for the body and even better for the mental health. So why would I try and talk myself out of it? And I guess it's to do with the ego. It's about coming out of your comfort zone. Anytime you do something or you plan to do something that takes you out of your comfort zone, your ego is going to go off. He or she or they is going to pop off. So what I like to do, and I'm just saying this is what I do. This may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, then that's wonderful. If it does, that's even better. But what I do is, first of all, I stop overanalyzing. I stop and I think, okay, what am I feeling? I'm feeling fearful. I can feel myself self-sabotaging myself. My ego is not comfortable with me coming out of my comfort zone. My ego is trying to keep me safe by keeping me in my comfort zone, in the familiar zone, And the thoughts I was having were really dumb thoughts, like, oh, what if you run and you trip and sprain your ankle? Or, what if you get chased by a dog? Because there's lots of dog walkers, like all these ridiculous things. Or, what if you have a heart attack while you're running? And just all of these thoughts. So, yeah, I recognized what I was feeling. And then I was looking at the thoughts. And at first I was kind of laughing at them, like, okay, Sheena, don't be silly. You're not going to get chased by a dog. You're not going to have a heart attack. You're not going to fall over. I mean, I could fall over, but it's going to be minor, And yeah, my first instinct was to kind of ridicule the thoughts, like, But afterwards I thought, okay, no, let's look at this objectively. Yes, I'm having these silly thoughts. Yes, I'm trying to talk myself out of going for a run. And I know it's because my ego is having a hard time with me pushing my limits, pushing outside of my comfort zone. Okay, so that's cool. I made a mental note of that, and that did calm me down after a while, actually. Because once you put a stop to those spiraling thoughts before they get too spirally, before they drag you down, just stop them. Acknowledge them, because we're not trying to push them away. We're just trying to acknowledge them. Yeah, so that's what I did. And then I went out for a run. And I was aiming for 2 miles. The first kilometer, I don't know how much 1 kilometer is in a mile, but the first kilometer, because that's what I had on my app, it measures it in kilometers, not miles. But I knew I had to run 3.2 kilometers to do 2 miles. So anyway, so the first kilometer was horrible. And it wasn't that I couldn't do it. Like, my body, I know I can run 5K. But it was all up here. And it was such a battle. It was a battle to get my clothes on. It was a battle to, stop those thoughts. And then I got outside and I started running. And the thoughts were still there. But I stopped loads of times, by the way, on this run. I probably stopped about 5 times to catch my breath. I didn't stop. I was walking. But each time I stopped, each time I walked to catch my breath, and then I'd start running again. Each time I did that, it got better and better. The thoughts were still there. The spiraling thoughts, the fear-based thoughts were still there. But now the other voice was getting louder. The positive voice, the inner me was there screaming, saying, girl, you've got this. This run is going to be the worst you'll ever be. So just take your time, stop as many times as you have to. This is going to be the worst you'll be. And then when you go for a run on Friday, guess what? You're going to be a little bit better. Maybe you'll stop fewer times, or maybe you do the 2 miles but run it quicker. So just chill. It's fine. Stop as many times as you need to. It's cool. This is the worst that I will be. And once I had that thought, I was like, oh, okay, I've got this. It's just such a mental battle for me sometimes. But it's great that the more practice I get with this, with these mental battles, stopping the spiral thoughts and recognizing my ego and coming out of my comfort zone, the more times I do this, the better I become at it. So when I go for that run on Friday and do the 2 miles, I know I'm still going to have the same thoughts, but I will be better practiced at it. That other voice, the positive voice, is going to shout louder than the negative voice. So yeah, that's it basically. I just wanted to come in here and talk to you guys about fearful thinking, and self-sabotage, and the mental battle that we have to play with ourselves, because the body will be willing, in exercise terms, I suppose, with running in particular. My body was willing. I know I can physically run. It's just all up here in my head. But I see this as a very successful, productive morning. I did it. And Friday, I'm going to do another 2 mile run and see how I can progress. But yeah, I hope this was useful to you. So to summarize, I acknowledged what I was feeling, what this heavy negative feeling was. I stopped my thoughts from spiraling any further. I acknowledged those spiraling thoughts. I looked at it from an objective point of view. And then I went out and did the run, despite those thoughts. And while I was running, I still had those thoughts, but I just pushed through. I persevered. I hope this resonates with someone out there, at least one person out there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. And if you have had similar experiences, I would love to hear them in the comment section. Thank you for listening again. And I hope you're all having a blessed day. And if you resonated with this video, I would love it if you liked, shared, and subscribed to this channel as we empower each other, as you find your inner power. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to have a shower now.